lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbara not Barbara Jean's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you. I myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat.
I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. Welcome to Ranting with Ricardo. I am Nikki. We are here to talk about them soaps, but before we get into all of that, don't forget to hit the subscription button, don't forget to hit your notification bells, and also don't forget to hit those links in the description box down below. Now, for some of y'all, voting registration has already passed, but you still need to make sure you are registered to vote no matter what, okay? Even if you can't vote in this election, if you miss your voter registration date, after, make sure you're registered to vote in all the other elections that are coming up as well. Okay, and keep up to date about all the policies, keep up to date about who's on your ballots and what they're running on, and make informed decisions about who you want to be in office in the small elections and the big elections, because it's a trickle up system. And if your voting rights and you voting wasn't such an important thing, they wouldn't be trying to snatch your rights away. They wouldn't. It wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't be a thing of, we're just going to take your rights away because we feel like it. That wouldn't be a thing. But with that being said, let's get into them soaps. Now, we're covering Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. I was like, where's Wednesday's episode? Then I was like, oh, today is Wednesday. But let's get into it. So basically, it goes like this. Lucky is there. Everybody trying to get, talk to Lucky. How you feeling? How you doing? What's going on with you? Are you okay? Are you living life? Are you good? Lucky, he's talked to Sunny. Sunny is the voice of reason, because Lucky was like, I should have been here. I should have been here. I should have been here. If I was here, X, Y, and Z wouldn't have happened. And like Sunny has to talk to him, and he's like, listen, your father would be proud of you, and your father would be happy that you were here now. If Luke was still here, all you really need to do is make sure you go do what needs to be done. And one of those things is talking to your son. That's another reason you're here. You're here to talk to your kid. Go talk to your kid. So he goes down to the hospital. He goes to see Isaiah, and they're talking. He talks to Liz. And then finally he speaks to Aiden. And he was like, I want you to understand. Because Isaiah was like, your son does not know that you've been doing a lot of things to help a lot of people. Talk to him and tell him that. So Lucky has to, just talk to Aiden about what's been going on, and he's also worried about surgery and wondering if Isaiah will ever do surgery again. And Isaiah was like, that ain't my judge, that ain't my ministry. No. So when Lucky goes to talk to Aiden, Aiden is a little standoffish, and Lucky apologizes. He's like, listen, nothing you did or nothing you said, in a roundabout way, I'm trying to condense this. Nothing you did or nothing you said kept me away from you. It was my own stuff. And I love you. You're my son. Don't ever forget about that. Like, never get it twisted. And Aiden was like, okay. He lets him know, hey, I'm gay. And it was a pause. And Lucky was like, you my son. You're my kid. No, nothing and no one is going to keep me from loving you and wanting to take care of you and all these things. So they cry, they hug it out, and then we find out that Lucky picked up a parasite when he was over there doing what he was doing to help the other people, so he can't donate a piece of his liver to Lulu. And Rocco was like, oh, you're here to save my mom. And Dante was like, oh, we're so glad you made it in the nick of time to save Lulu. And then it's just like, oh no, he can't. So now Rocco is sad, Dante's sad, Liz is sad, everybody's sad, Lucky's sad, and Lucky then went down to Bobby's and he was hollering and screaming and carrying on and destroyed Bobby's. And it's just like, I hope you're gonna pay for that. I truly hope you're gonna pay for the stuff you messed up, because we don't have the time to be doing this. This is a business, okay? Bobby's is a business. We got room and board upstairs, and people need to be taken care of, and people got to eat. Stop destroying stuff. Now, Lucas is back in town, and he has a job. He apologizes we got a new Lucas. There's a new person playing Lucas. But Lucas apologized to Carly for taking off after Bobby's funeral. It was just too much for him. It's probably going to be too much for him to see Wiley. Obviously, we know the history behind that. Him and Brad were married. They adopted Wiley, who they thought was Wiley. And then that Wiley died, and Jonah, who was Nell and Michael's son, We all know we don't have to go down this no more. So he's like, it's kind of hard because for the first few years of that child's life, I was his pappy. And he tells, I don't want to run into Brad. He runs into Brad and he tells Brad, we over and we ain't never, ever, 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 ever getting back together. So know that. So they're going to be fine working together because he's going to be a new surgeon down there to the GH. And he talks to, Carly, and Carly was like, are you okay? How you feeling? He was like, I'm fine. Carly was like offering to talk to the board to get Brad fired. He was like, no, I already talked to him. It ain't gonna be no issue. Okay, we're not getting back together. Know that. I was like, okay, look at you sticking to your guns. It's about time they bring Felix back. You know, get Lucas a new man. I'm thinking Felix. I'm thinking Felix. It's just my opinion. So he having a hard time because he's seeing Wiley, and it was like, that used to be my kid, but now I'm just a great uncle. How's this gonna work out? Lucas knows about the Ava and Christina of it all, so he's just like, I'm gonna stay out of this mess altogether because biologically, Ava is his aunt. I don't know if he's seen Sam yet, but she's still on her way up out of GH. Okay, I'm not sure what the ETA is on her, being killed off, but she up out of here. And it's like, I wish they would have changed their minds on how to decide to do this, but okay. And you know, after seeing Wiley, it was too much for him. He said hello to Willow. He had an awkward hug with Michael, and Wiley was just like, I'm a kid. Hi, bye. And Willow and Michael explained to, Wiley, hey, you used to live with great Uncle Lucas, but once again, he's a kid. Hi, bye, I'm going to play. Leave me alone. So when Lucas goes to see Bobby at her grave, Maxie follows him and they're talking, and she's catching him up about what's going on in her life. He's catching her up about what's happening in his life. And he tells her, listen, I'm not looking to date nobody no time soon. So don't be out here trying to set me up with people. And she was like, I won't. And it's just like, it's Maxie. She will. Child, little bitty baby Violet. She didn't have to punch somebody down to that schoolhouse for talking about her father. Okay, some little boy named Garth called Finn a drunk who's in rehab, and Violet punched him, and he spilled his little grape juice on her shirt, and she feel a way about it. Now Chase and Brooklyn, they talk to her, they talk some sense into her, they let her know violence isn't the answer. Tracy does the same thing, and they go down there and talk to the school, and the school is like, listen, we know what's going on. This was an isolated incident. Get her into some therapy. And Tracy called Diane, and Diane was like, listen, I will sue the pants off this place. Okay, I will sue the pants off this place if that one indiscretion is held against her. So now, Violet got the whole crew behind her. She got a team. They rolling deep. Now, Geo and Violet commiserate about their parents not being there, parents being gone. Lois hears this and sees them looking sad, and Tracy tells her I already handled the Violet thing. But me personally, and this is the part where it's going to be in this video in a separate video, I think Geo might actually be Brooklyn's son. I'm just going to say this now. I think Geo might actually be Brooklyn's son, and I think either Lois, Olivia, Dante, Sunny, and Brooklyn know, and Geo doesn't know, or it's a situation of Brooklyn got pregnant, Brooklyn had a son before she took off and went to see came to Port Charles in the early 2000s to be with Ned, and they gave the baby away to a family member who could raise the baby, and she had a husband, and they raised this baby and loved this baby, but eventually they passed away. So Gio became the neighborhood baby, well, the family baby, not the neighborhood baby, the family baby. And Dante knew because he grew up in Bensonhurst, and Olivia knew because she grew up in Bensonhurst, and Sonny knew because Lois is one of his best friends. So he's always treated this child like, hey, that is my nephew, because he treats Brooklyn like she is his niece. I think that's what this situation is, because anytime his parents are brought up, or he commiserates about it, or he feels sad about it, Lois is right there listening. And there's a secret, if I can remember correctly, and this just might be in my mind. I think there's a secret that Brooklyn is holding on to that she hasn't told anyone. So this is going to be, broken up into two parts. Like, I really do think Geo might be Brooklyn's son. And another inkling is a possibility that Geo is Brooklyn and Dante's son. Because I'm just like, going back to that conversation he had about, the Lulu Brooklyn him situation that happened back in 2010 when Carly sent Brooklyn after Dante because she was pissed off about Dante convincing Michael to turn himself in, and then Michael went to prison, and then we all know what happened there. And it's just like, you did convince that boy if he turned himself in, everything would be okay. And he ended up going to prison because they decided to make an example out of him. But okay, I'm thinking Gio is Brooklyn's son. Now Gio and Trina had their little moment earlier because he was like, I don't know if I want to play at the gallery after what happened between Ava and Christina, and Trina was real cold to him. But Jocelyn had to come back around. It's like, listen, y'all can't let what Sunny and Ava have going on keep y'all from being friends or doing anything else with each other. Let them ruin their lives, and y'all stay out of it. So everybody cool again. Okay, everybody cool in the game. Mac don't want Holly nowhere near Robert. Robert is letting everybody know I'm not going back to Holly. Holly trying to sell these diamonds off. Martin has a PI following Carly to break the alibi that she gave Sonny. And Carly and Sonny talk about Alexis being in prison, and she was like, I don't feel right. I don't feel comfortable with her being in prison. What are you going to do? And he says, listen, if they don't find the gun, I'm gonna turn myself in, as in the gun that was thrown in the river. If they don't find it, I'll turn myself in. And if they can't find it, I'm like, somebody else has it. Somebody else has it if they can't find it, because she threw it in the river. Rick and Liz saw her throw it in the river. So it couldn't have gone that far. But it could have gone far because it was storming that night. Who knows? I mean, it could have. And Martin is once again trying to break the alibi. And Alexis is like, listen to Sam. You need to control your sisters. You need to keep them in line. You need to make sure Christina don't go off and do nothing crazy. Which we know Christina is about to possibly go off and do something crazy. And she was like, I don't think Christina are like, we don't have to worry about Christina. We need to worry about Molly, because at the end of the day, Molly is about to wreck shop and destroy all of them just because she hates Christina so much, because she blames Christina for the death of the baby, when ultimately the reason why Christina went out of that window is because she yanked her arm back and tripped over Kate's luggage. Had Ava been truthful about that from the very beginning and let it be known that that is what happened, that she didn't push her, then and only then we wouldn't be going through this situation right here. On top of that, Molly has her hateful ass daddy in her ear talking about, your mother has only cared about Christina. Your mother has only cared about Christina. Da 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 da. All these things because he's still pissed off at Alexis for divorcing him all those years ago, because you're the one who, after putting the kids to bed, slept with her daughter. We're not going to forget about you and Sam. And the reason why Jake was ever came to be, when Liz climbed all them flights of stairs in a blackout to go get her back blown out by Jason. We're not going to forget that Jason wouldn't have been with Liz that night had, when he came over to Alexis's house that night, he wouldn't have seen you and Sam getting down in front of the fireplace. Know that. So Rick has always been a piss poor, excuse of a parent, but also piss poor excuse of a man. And he's a grape juicer. He's a unaliver. He's a lot of things. Okay, he's a lot of things. And he likes to hide behind that law degree. And also, he's on to the fact that Ava is protecting someone when it comes to Heather's results. And Heather is trying to protect Portia by way of trying to protect Trina, because she doesn't want Trina to go through this. But Ava also knows that if it was her kid, she would do anything possible to make sure she stays safe. And she tells Portia, you need to lie low. So yeah, it's about to be mess down there. And then update. Oh, and Anna. So, not even just Anna. The PI is following Carly. So, the PI was at the Metro Court while Carly was talking to Lucas. Felicia spotted the PI, want to talk to her, and the PI wants to know, well, I heard Carly and Sonny are back together, so who's this man? And she was like, her brother. And the PI followed her when Holly came up on Carly, and she was like, I need to talk to your man. And she was like, my man? She was like, yes, you and Sonny. And she was like, me and Sonny don't talk business, but that could be misconstrued in any way. But it could be a thing of, child, people around here be thinking I'm with everybody. It could be anything. Honestly, the whole storyline of they're back together, y'all could have kept that and been like, we had a one night stand. I didn't want to go out with no random, and he was there, and we had a moment, but that was about it. They should have just said we one nighted each other because we exes and we can do that, and kept it pushing instead of this whole thing of we're back together. Um, Brennan, well, everybody wants to know what the hell Holly is up to. Holly trying to sell some diamonds, and I also want to know where the hell is Lucas, because Nicholas can't donate a liver, Jocelyn can't donate a liver. Carly, I don't think Carly can donate one. I don't think Michael can donate one. Lucky can't donate one. The kids are too young to try to donate. Where the hell is Ethan? Where the hell is Valerie? Two viable Spencers. Where are Sly? Where is Jenny? Where are Jenny's children? Like, viable options of Spencers to come donate a liver, and, you know, Laura can't donate one either. So where are the rest of the Spencers? I feel like y'all are dropping the ball on that. But update, Steven Weber is making his return. Now, see, I've been speaking this into existence. I said it's about time he got out of prison. Okay, it's about time he got up out of prison. So he's gonna be making his way back to GH. Know that very soon. Okay, because Liz just mentioned that he had been released. So I wonder if he's gonna be able to be a doctor again. These are questions. These are questions I need to know. And then Anna, like Brennan wants Jason to work for the WSB. It's not gonna happen. Anna is telling him it's not gonna happen. Brennan is giving BDE energy to Carly and wants to go on a date with her. And then we have Anna wanting to know, how Jason felt about the kiss or what was up with that kiss and stuff like that. It's just like, talk about keeping it in the family, Jason. Talk about keeping it in the family. And Anna, you nasty for going after your daughter's sloppy seconds. But I mean, I guess so. I guess y'all like to keep everything up in the family. But with that being said, that was it for GH. If I missed anything, we'll talk about it in the comment section down below. If y'all want to talk about more, we'll once again talk about it in the comment section down below. And if y'all have any requests for anything y'all want me to cover when it comes to the soaps, just put it in the description, not the description box, the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. And also don't forget to check the description box down below for all those links, and make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you're up to date about what's going on, the policies, the people on your ballots. And if you get out there for early voting and you are registered to vote in your state and your county, do so. With that being said, I'll see y'all later. Bye.